everyone, what's up and welcome back to another reading vlog. This week I'm attempting to read. I'm attempting to read 2 books. I'm also going to try and attempt make it more fun. I don't know what happened in the last few months, but it's like my reading vlogs just lacked the enthusiasm I had in the beginning. So I don't know what happened. Anyway, I think next month is going to be a bit better because I'm participating in Becca's Bookoplathon. It's usually Becca's Bookoplathon that happens in September, but she moved it to October because she's in Croatia at the moment. Something along those lines that I can remember. Anyway, I'm excited for that, but for now we are going to dive through the books that I'm planning on reading. And the first book I plan to read is A Virgin River Christmas by Robin Carr. This is a novella that is set in the Virgin River series. Of course, you don't need to read it, but me being a series fan, I dove into it last night. I'm currently at 10%. So we have, I think her name is Marcy, and she's looking for her late husband's sergeant best friend. Her husband looked up to this person, and after her husband died, he just disappeared off the face of the earth. And now she's looking for him. She does come across some of the Virgin River characters, although she's basically from, I don't think she's going to stay in Virgin River. She's just looking for Ian Buchanan. I think I've heard that name before, and I don't know why. Or it could be the fact that the guy's surname is Buchanan, and it's a very unique surname, so I don't know. Anyway, so it's a very short book. I'm listening to it on audio, so I'll probably be finished with it today because I'm working, so you know. And then I might probably just dive into the rest of the series. I don't know. I'm still debating on that. And I also have a few other arcs that I need to read. And that brings me to the second book that I want to read, and that is Murder by Invitation by Verity Bright. If you've been following my journey for a long time, I discovered Verity Bright, I think in the beginning of this year, or no, it was last year, that I read the book Murder in an Irish Castle. And it's such a cozy murder mystery series that I decided, you know what, for every new book that's coming out, I'm gonna sign up for it, because it's really just a palate cleanser. The main character, whose name's Lady Eleanor Swift, she's hilarious. She's also got like a detective streak in her, even though she's not a detective. She's a very smart woman, sometimes too smart for her own good. But in the process, you know, she will help the police if they are willing to solve the murder. And Murder by Invitation, I believe, she is either still in New York after the last book I read, or she's back in England or Denmark. I don't know where she's living, you know, somewhere there. Europe side, she's back home, and she's invited to a party and a murder happens there. You know, what more do you need? Going into murders and thrillers, I don't want to read a lot, because somewhere along the line it's going to give you information that you didn't want to know, you know? So those are the 2 books that I'm planning on reading. So without any further ado, I think I'm just going to dive into A Virgin River Christmas. That sounds about right. I know it's not Christmas, so currently it's Christmas in September for me because I'm reading that book. Hopefully I can finish the next 3 books in the series so that by the second novella, which is also a Christmas book, I can read it in December, you know, and partake in a few reading challenges as well. Okay, so quick update. I reached 21% of A Virgin River Christmas. It's okay. I don't know how I feel about this. The guy, Ian, is visibly not okay. I think he's suffering from severe PTSD, and he doesn't want anything to do with anyone. Like, he just wants to be left alone, and Marcy is, I need to save him because he clearly needs saving. And I'm just like, the man tells you to leave him alone, just leave him alone. So yeah, I haven't finished it yet. I reached 21% earlier this morning, and then I was just like, okay, just hold on. There was a quote in this book that just made me think, why was this put in here? Let me just quickly find it. It was at chapter 2. Preacher, if you have read the series or you've seen the show, Preacher is the cook, and he's a very kind guy, you know, he has very soft heart for such a big guy. Anyway, he's giving this woman food because she doesn't have enough money for food and gas, and her sole purpose is really just to find Ian Buchanan. And I'm just like, okay. Anyway, so Preacher gives her food, and it says here, her mouth dropped open a bit and she stared at him. She wondered if he'd done that because he'd seen the way her once tight jeans hung off her fanny. And I'm like, what? that is the weirdest thing. Like, you could have just said if she turned around, it looked weird from the backside, or it could have sat loose. You know, jeans tend to sit loose if you lose weight, and I'm just like, I don't know if that was the correct choice of words. It was weird. I don't know. So that was the only downside I could say about this book. It was just so weird. I don't know why that was the choice of words, but it's there. Okay, so I reached 59% of A Virgin River Christmas. It's getting good. I'm enjoying it. It's not bad. Marcy and what's his name? Ian kind of have like a middle ground now, so they're learning each other's habits, I guess. She got a flu while she was looking for him, and he had like an outhouse and it was snowing because it's the mountains, and she got hypothermia and she thought she was just sick and didn't feel well, and then she collapsed. So Ian, who didn't want her there, actually had to save her. She's been staying with him for quite a few, I think over a week now, just before Christmas, and they're getting to know each other, but they don't breach the subject of the war in Iraq. He doesn't want to talk about the war, and he doesn't want to talk about her husband, because he feels it was his fault that whatever happened to Bobby, because he saved him, but he couldn't save him from brain damage or spinal injury. So Bobby eventually, after being unresponsive for about 3 years, he passed away. And yeah, now Marcy's just trying to get things out of him just so that they can talk. She keeps on saying like she wants him to be her friend again because they corresponded over letters and whatever. And I'm just like, girl, no, you don't. There's like something she keeps saying she lost a friend, but the way she continues to speak about it is like she lost someone obviously important to her. I can't speak. My husband's not in the Marines, or my husband's not at wars or in the Corps or anything. So I don't know how this impacts people. But yeah, obviously I know where this is going. She's going to fall in love with Ian. Ian's going to fall in love with her, even though he doesn't want to be in love with her. He's living a simple life up in the mountains. He gets by with lumbering stuff, and it's just chaotic. Anyway, so I'm sure we'll get to the denouement somewhere along the line. But for now, we're just coasting along them, enjoying each other's company, I guess. I guess that's how you can say it. So I think I'll be done by tomorrow.
She took the pot to the stove and studied the dials carefully. Gas on. Simple enough. She turned the dial, but nothing happened. She blew on it like she had to do on her dad's old stove. Nothing happened. There was no spark. She smelled the gas, however. She gave it a second and said a chant over it. Light. Heat the coffee. She turned the knob again. And again, there was no spark, and the smell of gas was evident. A third try produced nothing. Then she noticed the matches on the counter and thought, so that's it. Turn on the gas, light the stove.
No.
Burner. She turned on the gas again and struck a match. And poof! The flame shot about 3 feet in the air, hitting her square in the face. She shrieked and whirled, patting her face and hair, running her hands over the rest of her wild red mop to check for fire. She felt the burn on her face. When she looked at the little stove, the flame was just normal, burning nicely under the pot. But her face felt as hot as a poker. She started to whimper like a baby, all shook up by what could have been a disastrous accident.
That is why, I don't know if you guys could have heard that, but that is why you don't mess with gas, okay? Educate yourself in gas before using gas. Okay, thank you. I'm about ready for this day to be finished. I'm so tired. Anyway, I finished A Virgin River Christmas. I'm giving it 4 stars. It's a cute Christmassy story, although I feel like we don't focus a lot on Christmas. We focus a lot more on Ian and his, I don't know, how Marcy attempts to get him out of his shell. So I think it would be a good Christmas movie. If you want like a good Christmas movie. It's like a Hallmark movie, but with words. Okay, anyway. Not the point I'm trying to make. I think it would be a good story to read over Christmas if you want like a short novella or whatever. But yeah, it was enjoyable. It definitely wasn't a must read, but I did it and it was fine. So anyway, it was nice. It was a 4-star nice. So yeah, on to Murder by Invitation. And I'm also listening to Second Chance Pass. It's the 5th book in the Virgin River series because I was playing Sims. So, and I wasn't going to pick up Murder by Invitation. So, you know, who am I if I stick to my TBR? I've been asking this for quite a while now, but really, who am I? I'm going to dive into Murder by Invitation now. And then I'll probably update you once I have thoughts on Murder by Invitation. I have not read. I've been watching, what's her name? Georgia on YouTube. I'll link her down below if you want to go check her out. Or link her up here. But yeah, I've been watching her new vlog, so I'm going to read now. Murder by Invitation. I didn't get far. I got to 12%. But basically, someone died. And now they're trying to figure out who. But they know it is only someone in a small circle because only those couple of people knew. So Lady Eleanor's fiance or beau, whatever you want to call him, he's also there because he came to visit Eleanor, and then perchance, let's just say perchance, someone died. Someone with a horrible name, but anyway. So that's how far I am. Now they're just discussing the way forward because he was like the chairman of the king's birthday celebrations. I think that now they have to elect a new chairman, and maybe they're going to elect Eleanor. I don't know who's going to be the guilty party anyway. Maybe the Reverend. I mean, you think he's innocent. I don't know. But I don't know a lot about each and every character that I can tell you I think it's this person. So right now I'm just riding the wave, trying to fish out the people, the characters, see who gives me the most guilty vibes, and we're gonna go with that. So I think I reached, oh yeah, I didn't get very far. I reached like 13%. So my goal is there's 44 chapters. I worked out yesterday that means it's 11 chapters per day. I didn't read 11 chapters yesterday. I read 4. So I have to read, I have to read 19. Okay, that is what I'm going to be doing. That's the plan for the rest of the day. I'm just going to finish up working, and then I'm going to be reading, and then I'll just do a few chores around the house, like unpack the dishwasher, clean some cutlery and stuff, because I'm not going to load the dishwasher for a whole weekend. I was planning on going to the shops today. It's not going to happen because I'm still in my slippers. Like everywhere else I'm dressed. I just wore my slippers, and the moment I wear my slippers, it's an indication that I do not want to go anywhere. And then we also have like a small group tonight, so I can't go anywhere. And I also need to buy stuff for my dad's birthday. I'm stressed. Okay, anyway. Good morning. I can actually say almost good afternoon, guys. I don't have a lot of updates. I'm actually at my parents' now for the day, well, for the weekend, but I came in early. So yeah, that's a bit of an update for you there. I did not succeed in getting to chapter 22 of Murder by Invitation. I think I'm on chapter 7. Let me just quickly check. I don't know. Chapter 9. Okay, I'm on 20%. I thought I was at 17. Okay, so I'm not, I could have actually finished it last night, but the thing is, I had some laundry to do at like 9 o'clock at night because I forgot to wash some shirts that we need to wear tomorrow, so that was an issue. Anyway, so I washed that, and then what else? Oh, I wanted like really wanted to read, but my eyes just couldn't anymore. It was past 10. I wasn't tired physically, but I just felt like my eyes wanted to close, so I closed them and I fell asleep. So, you know, that's the gist of it. Hopefully, I don't think I'll be finishing it today, but probably tomorrow. Because like I say, I'm on 20% now. Although, I'm on chapter 9. Why did I think I can finish it? I'm such a plonk. I don't know. I have my blonde moments, even though I'm clearly a redhead now. So, yeah. I think for today, I'm going to see if I can get up to the 50 or 60% mark with this after I finish A Virgin Over Christmas. And then hopefully I'll be done before Monday so that I can get this vlog up. It's yeah, it's that kind of week. Watching the babies, like the one they always looks grumpy. Carly, hello. I don't know. She looks very unhappy today, and I don't know why. It's probably because my parents left for the weekend. She's always upset when they take out the caravan, because I remember, well, we didn't leave with a caravan, but we left for a weekend to go to Reaches Bay, and the person looking after our house didn't realize that the other gate was locked, and she was very skinny. She was still a puppy, and she tried to worm her way through the gate, and one of the gate has like this blunt spike on it, and she impaled herself on it. Yeah, that was kind of a stressful Monday, driving 7 hours from Reaches Bay to our house, or my parents' house. So, but luckily she made it, and now she's being babied a lot because we don't want anything to happen to her. And then the other one is just sitting in the lounge because it's cool there, and I don't know, he likes the sun, but they have skin problems, so I'm trying to keep them out of the sun, which is not always easy because they're not happy if they are inside. So, but anyway, I'm just going to work, continue listening to the book, and then I'll probably just relax for the rest of the day. I thought it was going to be a calm day, and then there were some things that happened in Joburg again. So it's busy, but we're getting there. We're getting slowly but surely, we winding down for the weekend. And I still have a lot of admin to do, but I'm not doing it this weekend. I refuse. I'll do it on Monday or Tuesday. Sierra. Hello. Gaan jij ook voorbij komen? I'm back. Hello everyone, happy Monday. No, I have not finished Murder by Invitation. This week was it was a wild weekend. It was a wild weekend, not a week. Hello, could you be so kind so that I can pick you one? I got 38% into this book. So it's not bad. It's just that, like I say, Saturday, we were busy until 2 o'clock the afternoon. And then yesterday, I was busy the whole day. So there was no chance that I could be able to pick this book up. And then yesterday, when we got home, I was just mentally, physically, just everything exhausted. I didn't want to do anything anymore. I just wanted to unpack, take a shower, and climb in bed. That's all I wanted to do. And then I think I kind of had a mental breakdown as well, because I just started crying. My poor husband was just like, what is wrong? And I'm like, I don't know. I just feel like the whole world is crashing down on me. I had a headache. Like, it felt like a sinus headache, and I don't know. I think I spend too much time around people. And for those of you who are introverts, you would understand, like, your energy just depletes so quickly. And yeah, I think I have a sinus headache because it's sitting like right here. And I'm not a doctor, so I'm not going to self-diagnose myself, but that's just how I feel. So I've been waiting it out, drinking water and stuff, but it's not helping. So I'm going to be just taking a paintball, and then I'm going to be diving into Murder by Invitation. Hopefully I can finish it today, because yeah, I would like to finish it and get this vlog up. Naturally, you're only seeing this a week later because I'm late, but like I say, 38% into this book, and it's interesting to say the least. I still don't know who the guilty party is. Lady Eleanor and her fiance are just going around places and, you know, like asking random questions like, where were you between this time and this time? Everyone had beef with Mr. Prestwick Peterson, so it's intriguing. It might be the only person who doesn't have beef with him, might be the person who killed him. I still can't decide what the motive is because, like I say, everyone hated him because what? We don't know. He liked to stick his nose in other people's businesses. So that's the gist of it. No, I'm not done. Okay. Now that we got that sorted, I think I always start this. My Kindle is in the next room, so excuse me while I go get it. I promise you the next time you see me, I am going to be done with this book. I am adamant to finish this book. I couldn't turn around. Okay, so I'm on 49% of this book, which means I can finish it today. I just need to get the willpower. I also finished in the middle of a chapter, so yeah, me. I'm going to be reading this today. I'm quite concerned about the weather right now because I have washing that needs to be hung and it's overcast. So I'm not sure if it's going to rain or if it's just cloudy. So yeah, we'll roll with the punches. I shouldn't be surprised that there's another death in the story. I thought it was only going to be one person. There's two people now. Dead as the doornail, as the guy said. Is that what he said? I think he said dead as a doornail. Deader than a doornail. So I still don't have any suspicions of who did it. So like I said, we're just going with the flow. Hey everyone, what's up and welcome back to the end of this vlog. It is a few days later, but I did finish finally, and I finished another book as well. Sorry, my fringe was bothering me there. So I'm giving Murder by Invitation 5 stars because all around I just enjoyed it. It was really cozy, you know, as all these books go. It was a cozy murder mystery. I didn't know who was going to be the killer. I eventually figured it out when we got like almost to the end. I didn't know the motive behind it, but it was really good. I really enjoyed it. I don't have a lot to say about these books, mostly just because they're fun to read. So if you like them, pick them up. It's fun. 5 stars. It was a good time. I enjoyed it. It wasn't my favorite for this month, but it definitely was a 5-star read. And then on Friday, I mentioned I started reading or listening to Second Chance Pass from another Virgin River novel. It started out okay. It is about Vanessa, or Vanny as they call her, and she lost her husband Matt in a bombing in Iraq about 6 months ago. And they had a child together. I think 2 weeks before the child was born, unfortunately Matt died, and she's been leaning a lot on Paul, his best friend, you know, to help her with everything. Paul was also there during the delivery and everything. This was in the previous book. Now we get in this book where Vanny and Paul, they both like each other, but they don't tell each other. And Vanny is a very hard-headed kind of person, so if Paul tries to explain something to her that happened in his personal life in Grant's Pass, she just doesn't want to listen. And there's also news that he might have made another girl pregnant, and it's just chaotic from the start, and I'm just like, okay, this is a mess on its own. I did start enjoying it when Vanny and Paul got together. I really did enjoy it. The only problem is they got together at like 40% of the book, so I was like, so what's the other 60% going to be? About another Marine duty whose name is Joe, who falls in love with Vanny's best friend, and they have an altercation because they have kind of like a one-night stand, and then she just runs out on him. He told her he might, you know, this isn't a one-night stand for him. He wants to take it further because he really likes her, and she's just like, and she runs out on him. So it's a lot of drama. And then there was a fire because they were in Virgin River. So, you know, it's all around just a wild book. I gave it 3 stars because I thought this book was going to be about Vanny and Paul, and then it ended up being about Vanny, Paul, Melinda, Jack, Joe, Nikita. It's just, I think this is the thing with small town romances, is you get a lot of information in these books. They're not bad. Like, I do enjoy reading about the other characters as well, but I thought this whole book was just going to be about Vanny and Paul. So I gave it 3.5 3.75 stars because I felt like it started to drag and I got really bored halfway in between. It was in a span of 2 weeks, so you know, it's a bit slow, but it's fine. That is going to be all that I read for this vlog. I really hope you guys enjoyed it. I'm going to jump into 2 new books today, so I'll see you guys in the video next week. Bye.